Good evening, everyone. This is breaking news with Saxman Russaw. This is my news station now. I'll be coming to you with all type of news, videos, and actual footage. Tonight, breaking news. Millennial Millie arrested 1 day prior to release of her explosive documentary and revealing sinister operations of government contractors being hired by government officials to frame the Trump campaign and to set him up for the Russian collusion investigation. Others in the news: Joe Biden says dumb things, Kamala Harris get exposed, Black Lives Matter in Chicago says looting is for reparations, and Tucker Carlson explains the lockdowns are destroying America. So let's get on with it. We're going to start with some videos. Hope you enjoy this.
Hello, this is John.
Let's get started.
Over here on YouTube, and this is a breaking story, and I want to thank James Munder for reporting on this. Millennial Millie Weaver has been arrested under the charges of burglary because she obtained documents that she was about ready to release in a documentary showing and revealing many things to you that our government wants to hide and keep from you. Now you can see here, James Munder, he released this 25 minutes ago. Millie Weaver SWAT teamed right before documentary released. Now, I do not monetize my site. So when I put stuff up, it's not to make money from YouTube or Google. I don't want their money, okay? And what I do want is to give you the truth. Breaking: police arrest InfoWars reporter Millie Weaver claiming a grand jury has indicted her. And these are Millie's words. I was literally about to break huge breaking news right now. You should go. What I'm going to do, down in the description, I'm going to put Millennial Millie's YouTube channel. Watch the last two videos she's did over the past week and a half. She's got two videos up there that are pretty recent. And I'm going to link to this full story from James Munder down below. He does a great report on it. And let's take a look at Millennial Millie's YouTube channel before they might wipe out the whole YouTube channel. I don't know the fullness of the story, but James will give you a great report. Please go to his channel. Tell him John 919 sent you. This is breaking news just as of now. Now this is this video right here, teaser, Shadowgate coming soon. This is talking about the documentary she is about ready to release. Let me zoom in on this. This is Millennial Millie's page, and she's got a lot of videos up. Now this right here, I'm zooming in on it, teaser, Shadowgate coming soon. Go watch that video. Breaking: the 100-day siege begins. It's amazing what she has to say in these two short little videos. Please go to her channel. Description to Millennial Millie's channel will be down below. And the link directly to her channel will be there also. Also, James Munder's full report will be below.
Transport one, can you break?
You're saying a grand jury indicted me? For what?
We're going to have 221s out here. We have room to transport one. Can you send us a car, please? 9107 Yale Road. Okay. I will give you all your paperwork when we get to the jail. Right now, I need you to get some shoes.
Okay.
Because we need to get moving.
Okay.
I need to get this taken care of.
Well, it's done. You're not going anywhere. No.
Guys, I don't know what's happening right now, The police have just showed up at my house, and they said that they're arresting me. They said that a grand jury indicted me for something. I have no idea what. This is crazy. Where's my shoe? I have one shoe here. Okay.
And one shoe there. So we're good.
So why wasn't I given anything in the mail? Like, I have no idea what this is talking about.
Yeah, Billy.
Guys, I'm literally about to break huge breaking news right now, and I'm being arrested, and I have no idea why.
This case?
Main charge is burglary.
Burglary?
Yeah.
For what?
They can't say, they won't say.
They're not even saying. They're saying
Okay.
we're being charged.
Okay. Now, is this from the grand jury or these green sheets?
Grand jury?
Are these green sheets or are they is this an indictment?
Dad, get your baby
Okay, very good. Okay.
calm down.
This is my son right now.
All right.
Buddy,
Let's go. To the car. I've been more than nice. To the car.
I don't understand what's happening right now. Like,
To me, this is just appalling and despicable. As you can see how traumatized her child is. I mean, this has gone without words. And as I find more out about this story and what's going on, I will definitely be posting it up on my channel. Always giving credit where credit is due to for the people that have revealed this information to me, like James Munder. Please go subscribe to his channel. I thank you for watching this video. It's a short video because there is this big thing going on in America right now. It's called #SaveOurChildren. And we know that many people in the upper echelons of our government, of our media, of Hollywood, and all throughout the USA involving billionaires and millionaires are into this human child trafficking. And maybe she had documents going to expose many of these people. I don't know. But this is a movement that is going on around the United States that I'll be putting a video up on later. And please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification. YouTube has been unsubscribing people from me. Every time I upload a video, YouTube will unsubscribe people from me. I do not monetize my site,
They
my
did it to
YouTube
me.
channel, or anything.
So did.
And I want to show you
I had more
this
subscribers
crazy thing that YouTube is doing to me
than I got now.
in this video. And then please go down and
Same
check
thing
out
happened to me.
Millennial Millie's video and also James Munder's video. Both links will be in the description. Because all I'm trying to do is give you the truth. And here's what YouTube's been doing to me. My watch time is up 552%. My view count is up 423%. I have been getting a lot of new subscribers on a daily basis. But what YouTube does is for every new subscribers I get, they like delete some. So over the past 28, I have lost 14 subscribers because YouTube's been doing this to a lot of people.
Yep.
They have just been unsubscribing you from their channel, or they've been undoing the bell notification that you have clicked. I know that personally because I myself have been unsubscribed to people that I know that I'm subscribed to, and I have had the bell notification removed from people that I know I have the bell notification clicked. This is censorship. This is trying to push their lies forward as they remove the truth off the internet. We're going to have to find another platform because this is getting more and more blatant. Seek the truth daily. The truth will find you seeking. May the grace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you always, and pray for Millennial Millie. Lift her name up to God. Pray for Millie Weaver, for she has brought forth a lot of truth, and you can't deny it because she backs it up with documents.
Right.
And she was about to release documents that was probably going to incriminate a whole lot of people. So they send their thugs to arrest her and silence her.
That's right.
Keep Millie Weaver in your prayers. May the grace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you always.
Oh, fuck you, you can't even sing. Yeah, just sing this and get some pussy. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away.
This election year, the choice is clear. One man stands ready to deliver change we desperately need. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack Obama. Barack Obama, in the United States Senate and the campaign trail, well over a year ago said, we desperately need to get 2 more combat battalions to Afghanistan, because if we don't, we may lose it.
As you know, I got lots of support from you, Cindy.
That's where, and more to come, I think. So,
I've had a great relationship. In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Oh, you racist bastard.
Hillary Clinton
Racist
is
coming
qualified
out.
or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. She's a truly close personal friend. She is qualified to be President of the United States of America. She's easily qualified to be Vice President of the United States of America. And quite frankly, it might have been a better pick than me, but she's first rate. The Republican Party and some of the blogs and others on the far right are trying very hard
They need to have an
to
age
paint
limit.
a picture of this man. They're trying the best as they can to mischaracterize who he is and what he stands for. All this stuff about how different Barack Obama is. They're just not used to somebody really smart. They're just not used to somebody who's really well educated.
Says the Democratic Party.
They just don't know quite how to handle it. Because if he's as smart as Barack is, he mustn't be from my neighborhood. This is my wife, Jill, or actually I'm her husband. And I also am told that Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up. Chuck doesn't see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. I tell you what, stand up for Chuck. Thank you, pal. You can tell I'm new. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
So let me just ask a question to everyone on this stage, and I know we said we wouldn't do a lot of show of hands. It's probably the only one we'll do tonight. How many people here took a private jet or a chartered jet to get here tonight? You're not sure? Yesterday. Okay. Senator Gravel, what was that? You took the train?
I took the train. And I took the bus.
Okay.
And maybe one of these will give me a ride someday.
Senator Biden, words have in the past gotten you in trouble, words that were borrowed and words that some found hateful. An editorial in the Los Angeles Times said, in addition to his uncontrolled verbosity, Biden is a gaffe machine. Can you reassure your voters in this country that you would have the discipline you would need on the world stage, Senator?
Yes.
Thank you, Senator Biden.
What do you think when people say, Joe Biden, you need a strong security, great vice president?
No. Well, the one that I find fascinating now is I'm apparently everybody's choice for Secretary of State. I mean, that's a very nice thing, but I am not running for vice president. I would not accept it if anyone offered it to me. The fact of the matter is, I would much prefer to stay as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee.
Liar. Liar, liar.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Liar, liar. Pants on.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it.
There's never been a season like this.
Oh, shut up. Commercial! Commercial! Damn commercial!
We still have comedy, though. We still have great comedy out there. There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the f***?
Good afternoon, everyone. As Lily already indicated, I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happens? They make you management. You can't get paid overtime.
Joe said that even people with Tourette's go, no.
Right.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden. We're going to create a new bio-based multi-manufacturing job environment to deal farmers in on the benefits of a changing economy.
No. What is going on?
You're going to have travel bans. You're going to not be able to have economic intercourse. We cannot let this. We've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy take second fiddle. Way that we can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health.
Joe is like your uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right.
Right.
Yeah, I do. I know a lot of weed smokers. Well, thanks for giving me the time.
Thank
so
you.
they don't wonder where I am.
Now I know. When they ask me, where is Joe Biden, I say he was on the 2 p.m. show on MSNBC.
I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero, you idiot. Come here.
We, the people, we hold these truths, etc. Sounds corny, but it's real. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.
When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down.
Some days I get up to you and I wonder whether it's 2020 or 1920. What I hear. Because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. Excuse me. We can only reelect Donald Trump. If in fact we get engaged in this circular firing squad here.
Oh my God.
It's got to be a positive campaign, so join us. No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. Chip in and support our campaign. Text Joe 23. Excuse me, I got to get this right. Joe to 30330.
My God.
And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken enough of that. The president must use the Defense Production Act.
Oh my God! And y'all want to vote for this fool to run your country? Good luck with that.
I just read an
Commercial!
article in the Epoch Times. Take a look.
God
It's
damn
an
it!
investigation into the
Commercial!
mysterious origins of the current outbreak.
Damn
Joe
commercial.
Biden's announcement of Kamala Harris as VP, well, it contained a telling tidbit. This is what he said in the written statement. I've decided that Kamala Harris is the best person to help me take this fight to Donald Trump and Mike Pence, and then to lead this nation starting in January 2021. Wait, to lead this nation? Wait, wasn't that you supposed to be on the top of the ticket doing all that leading for us, Joe?
Right.
You know, that whole presidency thing?
Right.
Come on, man. Even Joe's with it enough to understand that he's not really going to be running the show
Right.
if he wins in November.
Right.
It has to be demonstrated that whomever I pick is two things. One, is capable of immediately being president, because I'm an old guy.
Right.
No,
but I'm serious.
Well, now that we know
Democrats
who will really be taking the reins in a Biden administration, let's take a look at what she'll do if they're elected. Today, the New York Times went the absurd route of touting the senator as a, quote, moderate. Of course, the opposite is the case. For starters, her position on illegal border crossings.
I believe if someone crosses over the border, it's illegally, it is illegal, and you would decriminalize it.
I would not make it a crime punishable by jail.
Oh my God.
Of course not.
Of course
Come
not.
on in, bienvenidos.
Right.
And what about taxpayer-funded health care for all those new undocumented Democrats?
Right.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
All you damn Democrats would do it. Hey, last one.
Hand-raised questions. I love those.
Right.
What about abortion?
I'm going to put in place and require that states that have a history of passing legislation that is designed to prevent or limit a woman's access to reproductive health care, that those laws have to come before my Department of Justice for a review.
That's called pre-clearance. That means partial birth abortion, greenlit under President Harris. And she loves socialized medicine.
Do you think eliminating private insurance would be a socialist idea?
No. Okay, so I strongly believe that we need to have Medicare for all.
Do you think that's socialist or not, Medicare for all?
No. It's about providing health care to all people.
Yeah, it's worked out well for California, everything they're trying out there. And did I mention that Kamala also wants to take your guns away?
Upon being elected, I will give the United States Congress 100 days to get their act together and have the courage to pass reasonable gun safety laws. And if they fail to do it, then I will take executive action.
Yeah, reasonable gun safety, a little commaology needed there. Here come the guns. The Times also, by the way, called her pragmatic. We say that's fraudulent. Tulsi Gabbard exposed Kamala as a phony on criminal justice.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president. She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor.
The people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Tulsi Gabbard just took her apart. Do you remember that debate?
Right.
Now, furthermore, Senator Harris basically accused Joe Biden of being a racist on national TV.
It was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race. You also worked with them to oppose busing. And, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
That was the it moment.
She supposed to make some
After
T-shirts
that,
that
she
said
very
that.
publicly suggested that Biden was guilty of sexually assaulting Tara Reid.
Somebody who has a relationship with Vice President Biden, what message would you give to the women who feel like their space has been invaded in the past by the Vice President?
I believe them, and I respect them being able to tell their story and having the courage to do it.
Do you believe that the Vice President should enter this race?
He's going to have to make that decision for himself.
Marinate in all of that for a moment. Okay, essentially racist, at least in promoting all these past senators like Robert Byrd, friendships over, and implicitly, at the very least implicit, she was saying he was guilty of sexual assault, but now all of a sudden she's willing to work with him? A segregationist and a sex criminal? No, it's a good question. Maybe somebody in the lamestream media will have the courage to ask about this. But given all these issues, I've no doubt that the Biden campaign looked far and wide for a better option than Harris, but I guess there wasn't. Wasn't anyone. Susan Rice had way too much baggage and no election experience. Former Obama advisor David Axelrod said tonight Biden actually clicked best with Governor Whitmer. But she's not a woman of color and runs Michigan like a tin pot dictatorship. And the other candidates were political small fries without any type of experience or name recognition that you'd want in a VP. Of course, Biden's big mistake, of course, was narrowing his options by limiting his choice on the basis of skin color.
Skin color, exactly.
And on planet Earth, that used to be called
racist,
bias, or even racism.
That's right.
using color as a metric?
Right.
Well, that's what he decided to do. And as someone running for the nation's highest office, Biden is morally obligated to pick the best person to take his place in the event of a tragedy,
Pandering.
regardless of race or gender, of ethnicity, any of it. But he never even tried to do that. How cynical.
Because he's trying to
Instead,
get
he
the
viewed
black
the whole
vote.
thing as a
That's what he's doing.
box-checking exercise
Pandering to black people.
for the woke crowd. He should have made his choice just on merit. But now he's stuck with Harris.
Yep.
The bottom line, she ran for president not so long ago
Mhm.
and had a golden opportunity to
And
present
failed.
herself to liberal voters in the Democrat Party. But they rejected her in the most comprehensive manner possible, making it absolutely clear that they didn't regard her as worthy of serving as president.
That's right.
Now, in a desperate effort to please the hard left, Biden has rejected the judgment of his own party's voters and placed Harris in line to have all the power that Democrats thought she shouldn't have.
If somebody decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike, because that makes sure that that person eats. That makes sure that that person has clothes. That's reparations. That is reparations. Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance. They're going to get their money back. My people aren't getting anything.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so.
Oh.
She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California.
Oh.
And she fought to keep
Oh.
cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Holy. Come on, Tucker, what can you say?
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Joe Biden has not waded too deeply into questions of public policy recently, in case you haven't noticed. Whatever else Biden may be doing, looking at funny cat videos on the internet, shuffling to his mailbox every afternoon, it's fair to say that he is not running a campaign about ideas. But Biden has made at least one campaign promise so far. He's pledged that if elected, he will force you to wear a mask when you go outside. Now, Biden didn't specify which epidemiological studies would justify a law like that. That's probably because there aren't any. Not a single one, but whatever. Biden has never been much of a science guy. He is a lifelong politician. His specialty is not public health. His specialty is power and coercion, so he does what he knows. Instead of explaining how wearing a mask when you ride your bike alone could possibly save anyone's life, Biden instead demands that you forget about your so-called rights as an American and obey his orders. No questions allowed. Otherwise, you're unpatriotic. If it sounds familiar, that's because we've seen a lot of this lately. Democrats have decided to use our public health emergency as a political weapon to win the election. Turns out that's easier than trying to fix the country. Terrified, unhappy populations want change, and that's welcome news to the party trying to take power. That's why they're doing it. But what's the cost to the rest of us, to America? It's profound. Thanks to restrictions that are rooted in politics rather than science, children cannot go to school or play with their friends. Parents can't go to work. People can't get married or attend funerals. Human contact has been drastically curtailed. These are not small things.
Right.
They're essential human needs. Without them, we can't live. In May, we talked to a father whose teenage son killed himself, he believes because of isolation caused by the coronavirus lockdowns. It was a crushing segment and hard to watch, but it's worth watching. Here's part of the conversation.
My young 12-year-old boy, 3 days before his 13th birthday, took his life. Hayden was a normal kid. He wasn't depressed. He died of the COVID virus. He didn't die of the COVID virus, but he died certainly because of the COVID virus. The isolation has created what I believe and what I worry and what I'm warning every parent in America tonight. An emotional tsunami is sweeping this nation, and I'm very concerned about it.
He had reason to be very concerned about it. That was nearly 3 months ago. The country has become sadder and more isolated since. In fact, the lockdowns have driven Americans to the edge, and that's not speculation. According to new data from the CDC, fully a quarter of all young people in this country between 18 and 24 recently have considered suicide, seriously thought about killing themselves. That is a massive and terrifying increase over previous surveys. It's a tragedy. Anxiety and depression are at record highs. Many Americans have fallen into a spiral from which they will not escape.
Because of coronavirus, many people are now unemployed or isolated at home. And as a result, the drug epidemic has intensified.
You shoot up, you smoke, you do whatever it is you do, pop a pill, and the world goes away for a while.
Joe Cordovano runs Fresh Start Ministries in Orlando and says they're seeing more relapses and more stories of drug abuse as a result. Nationwide, it's the same story. The National Institute on Drug Abuse estimates that since the outbreak, overdoses are up between 30 and 40%.
People are depressed. You see it all around you. They're depressed because they're cut off from one another. They're depressed because their lives are moving backwards. According to data collected last month, 12% of American households in the richest country in the world are now routinely short on food. More than 20% of all renters in America are behind on payments. Keep in mind, these data were collected before federal unemployment benefits expired. People are abandoning their pets. Prescriptions are going unfilled. We could go on. Big parts of this country are becoming poor. But you don't hear about it much because to the media and our leaders in Washington, it's not a very big deal. They can't imagine worrying about money. In Washington, they live in a city with guaranteed full employment, always and forever, thanks to the federal government. And it affects their attitudes. Here's Tony Fauci, the most political man in the most political city in America, telling you that going broke isn't really a big deal.
I know it's difficult, but we're having a lot of suffering, a lot of death. This is inconvenient from an economic and a personal standpoint, but we just have to do it.
It's inconvenient, says Dr. Fauci. Remember when you respected that guy? Remember when he seemed like a legitimate public health expert? We do. He was on the show. We treated him like a physician. Now it's clear Fauci is just another oily politician on an ego trip, just like the rest of them. In case you haven't been to a supermarket recently, Fauci is featured on the cover of In Style magazine, photographed by the pool. Man of science. What a buffoon. But Fauci isn't suffering during the lockdowns. He's loving it. Tony Fauci is enjoying the hell out of himself. So is CNN. Jeff Zucker understands that the lockdowns are the only way his personal friend, Kamala Harris, is ever going to run the country. So his anchors dutifully berate the public for not obeying, even as they ignore the rules they demand that you follow. Watch the bodybuilder's Royd rants on the subject.
All right, so while most Americans are staying inside, or should be, right, if they're not out protesting like fools, they're not happy about being told to stay home. Staying home saves lives. And the rest of us should be staying at home for our mothers and the people that we love. And to keep us farther apart will ultimately bring us closer together in this cause. Our collective conscientious actions. Staying home.
Stay home! That's the order. Except, of course, when you're pledging allegiance to the Democratic Party. And in that case, feel free to flood the streets.
Right.
It's healthy.
Right.
In New York City, for example, local politicians gathered in front of Trump Tower to paint Black Lives Matter on the street. Social distancing was not required. Even old Bill de Blasio showed up high as a kite, as usual, and did his best to make a straight line. Jeff Zucker didn't complain. Of course, the media loved it. But keep in mind, not all public gatherings are equally safe. Some are incredibly dangerous. It's hard to know the difference unless you're politically attuned. In New York, the city just announced it will not commemorate 9/11, as it always does this year. The traditional twin beams of light over Manhattan will be dark next month. Why? Because officials say they can't risk the safety of the crews they would need to set up the memorial. Turning on 2 lights is just too dangerous right now. There's a pandemic out there. Do you take them at their word? Do you think that's the real problem? Come on, you know what's going on. Anything that brings people together, that unites us as a nation, that gives people pride in their country must be stopped. Anything that causes division, fear, panic, anxiety, hatred must be amplified, no matter how many kids kill themselves as a result. There's an election coming up. Here's Dr. Biden explaining the rules.
If I were president today, I would roll back the reopenings in a number of places. And everyone, wherever there is a significant percentage of people with COVID, should be required to keep social distancing and masks. Bars should not be open. There should not be congregations of more than 10 people.
Oh, so after consulting with his advisors, all of them political advisors, Biden has located the core of the problem. It turns out America isn't shut down enough. People might be tempted to go to church or have dinner with their friends or work for a living.
Right.
Kids could wind up in school and learn things that haven't been pre-screened by Google. Somewhere, a young couple might decide to take a walk through the woods without masks to enjoy nature and fresh air. And if things like that continue, happiness might return to America.
They don't want that.
You can't have that.
Can't
Not
have
until
that.
people learn how to vote correctly.
Right. I'm sick of this crazy broad right here. All right, so I'm going to stop this here. And we're going to continue to show... well, that's going to be it for the show. I'm going to end it here. So, I hope you enjoyed the videos that I put up. Information, very good information. Explains a lot. Funny stuff about Joe. I will be doing this for a while. I'll have my debate show up in September with all the candidates. I want you to go on YouTube, stay on YouTube, watch my shows, like my shows, subscribe to my shows, share my shows, support your boy Saxman, please. I need all the support I can get so I can continue this. All right. Hope you help me out. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be doing this just about every day. So pay attention to what's going on in the world. Stay awake. Don't go to sleep, you SJW. Take care of yourself. It's been the Saxman Russaw Show, and this has been breaking news. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in tomorrow. Check me out on Facebook too. Love you. Take care of yourself.